Hi guys, Venture26 back for another video on Gran Turismo 7. We are back this time with the World Series Manufacturers Cup Round 2 at Sardegna Road Track in Group 4 machinery. Now I missed the first round, I wasn't actually aware it was going on, to be honest, a little bit behind there. So I jumped into this one and I decided to go with Genesis as my manufacturers. Don't ask why, I'm not really sure. It seemed pretty stable and I didn't want to go with the WRX being the meta car. We did a few races, I did 3 in total. I'll show you the first little bit of the first race. Unfortunately I didn't catch anything of the second race. It was a disaster, so you don't really want to see it anyway, but I just forgot to press save on the way out. So here we go, there's the first race that we done. So yeah, we started off in 12th, and yeah, coming into the last lap, we'd moved up the field, we'd moved up to 8th place. We had Michael, the German, in 9th behind us, hot on our heels, so we just needed to hold station on this lap, so we're going a little bit defensive there. We managed to get a nice exit, and Michael a little behind, he caught the grass a little bit, it took the wind out of his sails a touch. He's still in my tow, and come down to the final exit. The anchors on the brakes. It looks like Michael's just gone for a dive here, and he's going to make contact on the apex and then push me out again, and yeah, I lose 8th basically on the last corner. Yeah, pretty dirty, but anyway, we went again. Like I said, I finished 13th, which I wasn't too happy with. In the third race, the final time slot of the evening, we went again. I'll show you the quali. So we've done our out lap, we've done the banker lap, we're now on our first flying lap. Just going through sector 1. It's a pretty short lap here, 56, 57 seconds. We're on the softs for qualifying, although we will have to change over to hards for the race so we can achieve a no stop, as hards were the mandatory tyre. You could use softs, but you still had to use hards in the race. So yeah, we're actually up on the top time in the first sector. We're coming into the final corner. I get it a little bit wrong here. Didn't quite get the drive out of the corner I wanted. Yeah, and we sort of blew that a little bit. It wasn't too bad. So we temporarily sit in 4th with that time. But by the end of it, we dropped down to 10th. I did go again. This is what my attempt a little bit later. This is where I just completely messed it up, clipped the barrier, and yeah, that was the end of that. So going into the first race, and I'll just let the music play out. So here's our confirmation, we're starting in 10th position. So start of the race, not going for anything crazy. First couple of laps, just try and keep it tidy. But the rolling start is a bit awkward here, especially when we're starting off right on the corner. And it leaves this terrible gap between me and 9th. I'm nowhere near the slip, and 11th's right up behind me. So already I'm under pressure, and I feel like I'm going to lose that gap between me and 9th. Is going to get bigger as well because I'll be defending. So here we go, first lap. Just got to keep us tidy. Everyone seems to be behaving themselves at the moment, but oh, we've just been taken out and put into the wall by Drift Artist. So we can have another look at that as we're coming in to Left-hander. He's just, well, yeah, I mean, he's just thrown it in, hasn't he, and nudged me off the track. I mean, you really don't want to be going too wide in that corner, because that is always going to happen. Luckily, I got a little ricochet off the barrier, didn't get no damage, and I avoided the red and white stripe barrier that sticks out, which probably would have spun me out and definitely would have given me damage. Here we are again. So if you just catch the barrier, that pings us back onto the road. I moved just to the left because I see E-Monaco Robin coming up behind me, and I didn't want to impede his race, and I just wanted to tuck in behind him in the slipstream. So yeah, not the best first lap really. I've lost 2 positions. I picked up some dirty tyres there for a little bit. Yeah, not great. And now we're under pressure from line bus as well, so already lost 2 positions and under threat from a 3rd place being lost. Just coming into T1 here, something's happened. Yellow flags are out, and it looked like James 44 has something's happened. Let's have a look. So James, he's coming down. No one around him. He's just happened to catch the gravel, which just spun him round, smashed in at the barrier, which would definitely have given him damage. But as he's come out here, this is where I meet him with line bus behind me. So I just clipped the curve, which kind of actually luckily sends me into a path which is going to avoid him there. Anyway, we carry on. There seemed to be a little bit of a no man's land here. There's about a 1.5 2 second gap between me and 10th now, and 2 second gap between me and 12th, although that was a terrible exit. So we're gonna hemorrhage time down the straight here. It's still a long race. We've still got 17 laps to go, so we've just got to try and control our emotions and get back on track, and just try and put some laps in, try and get some consistency, and not worry too much about what's ahead of us, what's behind us. Just focus on the braking points and the turning points and try and get some decent laps in. But we do seem to be in a bit of a no man's land here, so we are going to skip forward a bit. Skip forward to lap 8, and something's happened ahead to heat on. We'll go back and have a little look at that, but that's put me right behind him now, and I'm hoping that I can use it to slip a little bit here. He will have dirty tyres because he went off the road, and as we can see, he was coming through, and it looks like he's come around that fast left-hander, and it looks like he's just got a little bit wide on the apex, caught the grass on the outside, which has really slowed him down. He's lost a place there. He's hemorrhaging places now. Knife's come through. It's going to take him. There's a tiny little bump there, which just seemed to throw him out wide, and yeah, just rid the barrier all the way along. But luckily for us, we pull up just behind him. So yeah, we use the slip down here. Now I'm thinking about a move here, but then I decide not to. I decide I'm just going to sit in the slip. I don't want us to fight too much, you know, I don't want to lose too much time to the guys in front, and the guys behind are going to catch us if we fight too much. So all I'm going to try and do, I just want to sit behind him, let him know that I'm not going to overtake him, I'm not going to try anything silly, and hopefully I can pressure him into making a mistake. I kind of notice he isn't great through there. That's where he had his accident before, and he wasn't great through there then either. So that's in the memory bank. I'll remember that for the next time. But again, just coming in here, I'm not going to try and pressure him. I'm not going to look for a dive. Just try and get a nice run. He actually goes a little bit wide, but we've got a nice little run. I can tuck in behind now. But once again, I'm not going to look for a move here. He goes very defensive, so it's pretty obvious. I'm not going to try and chuck it in here. The braking point is a 100-meter board, so brake on the brake point, keep it wide, let him have the inside. Again, we're just tucking him behind, not losing any time. But I remembered he was weak at this corner up here, so I'm just going to feint a look on the inside, move back to the outside. Now he just moved to cover that slightly then, which means he lost sight of his line a little bit there, and that just chucked him into the barrier. So my plans worked. I just pressured him into a little move there. There's no need to dive. Didn't lose any time at all. Yeah, and we're up another place. And something seemed to happen as well. 10th, and it looks like, aha, here we go. Ricky Otto has got it really bad. He's lost all sorts of places. He's spinning out at the top of the picture. It's unlucky for him, but we picked up another place, so into 9th. We're coming up on the Hungarian, I want to say. That's a Hungarian flag. I'm not going to pronounce his name because I will absolutely butcher it, so we'll just call him Buddha. So we're coming up on Buddha, second behind. Again, just keep it tidy. Now there is a bit of wear on these tyres in the practice and the quali. I don't think wear was on, but it is in the race. It's only ×1, but it definitely does have a little effect as you go through the race. You can feel it on the heavy braking zones and the long sweeping corners. Okay, so the Hungarian's gone wide a little bit here. We look for the undercut, don't quite make it happen, and we are going to be alongside coming into the straight though, and we have the inside for T1 if we can only just hold position down the straight. Here we go, we got the undercut, didn't quite get it done. So it's going to be a drag race down to T1. Put the radar on. As you can see, I've still got the position. I'll try and get as wide as I can without forcing him off the track. And we keep the position, or we make the position, so we've made up to 8th. But we are going to be under serious pressure now for the rest of the lap. So we've just got to try and hold it together again. Hold our line. Hopefully hold our nerve too. We seem to get a little bit of a break here. Hungarian went a little bit wide on the sweeping left, so I'm hopeful we can hold last turn, which we should be able to. He looked for a little move there, but it was never really on. He was too far back. So we carry on. And we can just sort of see 7th up ahead, and hoping that they can fight and we can make a little bit of time up now. There's a little bit more of a gap appearing between me and the Hungarian. I just want to get my head down now. Try not to focus on him, focus on what's in front of me. Don't want to be looking in the mirrors too much. We can see something's happened up front. The Italian's really slowed down. Must have made up a second or a second and a half on him here. A whole lot of them really have slowed down, all 3 cars, so that we're in the hunt here. We're in the hunt for 5th position really. So coming up behind them, we've put a little gap between us and the Hungarian now. I'm hoping I can try and get in that slip. Unfortunately they've got the slip of each other, so it's a little bit difficult right now. I'm a bit too far out of it, but I'm making a little bit of ground up. Again, T1, try and keep it tidy, hopefully that they'll trip each other up maybe. Which they seem to be doing. So now we're right in the slip of 7th. There's a real chance now, 4 laps to go, 5 laps to go. Picking up a 5th, which is pretty incredible considering I started 10th. I got punted first lap, put back down to 12th. Dirty tyres, miles off the leader. Yeah, pretty incredible. But 5th is still there. So coming into the final turn, we're just trying to get a good drive off. Get right in the Italian slip now. Be careful in T1. Our tyres are wearing a touch. And we are in the slip, so we'll brake a little bit earlier. I really struggled with understeer in this this Genesis. I really struggled with it. I felt I had to drop down to second gear in T1 to get it to turn in, and then quickly flicker it back up to third gear. Yeah, we're really in the gaggle of cars now. We're really in the hunt. Lap 17, come up to the start of lap 18. There's 3 laps left. I do give the Italian a little bit of a touch here, and I do push him wide, but basically he comes around the outside and we let him through, so no harm done, no harm done. And to let him know that I'm not going to go for this move into T1 as well. I don't want to be using that as a but after T1, game on again. Okay, so I've let him have the corner. I've not challenged him in any way. Oh, he's actually gone wide, and so did I, which lost us a little bit of speed. Game on now. Now we can look for an overtake again if we get the opportunity. But time is running out. 2.5 laps left. So we're right in the Italian slip now. 2 laps left. Are we going to look for a move? I mean, we've got the slipstream. Yes, we are. We're going to look for the move. We'll brake a touch later. Make our car as wide as we can, coming into the apex and try not to catch the gravel, which we don't. We've pulled the move off. Up into 7th. I'll show you again. Nice and tidy. Controlled the exit. Into 7th place. We've lost a little bit of time to 6th now in our little fight with the Italian there. We are holding station in the Italian. He is trying to fight back. Again, we're just making a car wide. We're not blocking him. We're just keeping the line, making it hard to pass. Hit our brake point. Okay, I think we've got a little touch from him there. Not too bad. We're okay. It looks like 5th and 6th now, really having a little battle. And actually, 5th has gone in. There's 2 people in the pits. We're now up to 5th. This is crazy. Okay, we dropped back down to 6th. Someone's just come out of the pits. We're in the final lap, and can we do anything here? He's on cold hards. It wouldn't be too familiar with him being on the hards. He's been on the softs the whole race. It's going to be close. Can we do anything? Okay, we've got a nice run out of there. Should have the slip behind him. Don't think it's going to be enough. It's not enough for a move. I can't pull off a move here. So we'll just try and consolidate. Make sure we don't give the guy behind any opportunity to pass. Actually miss a gear there, but it doesn't matter. We pull up in 6th. I'm really happy with the 6th place finish. Coming from 10th, with the incident in lap 1 going down to 12th, yeah, really chuffed with that. So looking at the race results, we picked up 214 points, which are very well received. Thanks for watching my video, guys. Remember, hit the like button and consider subscribing. Goodbye now.